I don't know what my boy Yuji is doing right now, but he needs to get his ass out of bed, do his morning routine, before he has to go on his date with Sachi at the beach. So he's getting up, I hope, a bit extra early for this one. Wait a minute, and welcome. My name is Yuusha Anime, and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. And I believe this is part 60, and I probably got it wrong, and I know some of you are going to be like, yeah, you got it wrong. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I apologise about it. I'm not omnipotent. I am not omnipresent. I'm all powerful when it comes to naming, so yeah, you can grill me for that, but but we're gonna just jump straight back into this. Again, it's the same day as I recorded the last two episodes, so I just got me normal bottle of water. And then after this, I'm gonna get myself some dinner, because that seems like it's the best thing to do. So guys, in celebration of dinner later on, Ikimashoka. Dirts. Oh, am I still asleep? Oh, this is different. I'm standing a few feet away from my front door and about to head out for my daily run. Oh, I am awake. When Sachi barges into the room without so much as a knock. She was excited. She wanted to go straight away. Dirts. This abrupt face-to-face encounter is followed by a long moment of silence. Oh, she wanted to wake me up. Okay, that was a little forced. She doesn't really look perturbed in the slightest, yeah, but I guess that's a par for the course. I don't get it. You know I'm usually awake by now, don't you? Yeah. Well, no, we have to get our training, you see, we gotta stay buff. Yeah, when you've got a fixed routine like mine, you don't even need an alarm clock to wake up at the same time every day. Whoa. That was such a bad pun, but well done. Very original. Anyway, why'd you decide to come wake me up all of a sudden? And then you got inspired to wake me up. Sachi, please don't become a tsundere. Right. I think there are probably a pretty decent number of perfectly couples that don't quite fit that mold in the real world, but it certainly sounds like the sort of thing Michiru would enjoy. Yeah. Somewhat belatedly, Sachi offers me a greeting and slight bow. We've been talking for 5 minutes already, you know. Trying to follow your parents' advice isn't a bad thing by any means, but I don't quite get the point of saying hello halfway through the conversation. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Oh yeah, she hasn't said that to us yet. Saying hello's enough to make you happy? Cute. The girl's pretty fired up first thing in the morning, I'd guess. I'd say she's literally looking forward to the day at the beach. Oh yeah. I think I eat when I come back, don't I? No, was just about to do my daily running first. Running 16 kilos. I cannot do that with my body, unfortunately. My back and the condition of it wouldn't allow me to run that far. But I could do other exercises other than it. Well, want to try tagging along today? Oh, makes sense. I briefly thought running with Sachi might be kind of enjoyable in a way, but come to think of it, jogging around town at dawn, with the girl in full maid uniform probably would have earned me a few odd looks. Yeah. In that case, better get started before Amini gets up. Yeah.
では私はこれで失礼させていただきます。
Okay. She speaks so politely, it's weird. Because in Japan there's so many different ways you can speak with like levels of politeness, and she is speaking like the top tier politeness, which is very... You don't really hear it unless you're speaking to like your boss or like somebody who ranks way above you in every way. With those words and a demure bow, Sachi quietly leaves my room. Recently, the girl started letting her emotions show more openly in her tone and attitude. Yeah. The most striking examples being yesterday's service and today's invasion of my room. What's more, she's asking more questions and thinking things over more thoroughly than before. Never used to notice that she lost in thought, but these days it's not an uncommon sight. Most promising of all, some of this is beginning to happen spontaneously. I can't think her little raid just now had anything to do with any of my orders. No, none at all. She's changing through the expression of her own free will, not in obedience to someone else's instructions. Which means it probably won't be too long until she finds herself facing a critical question. Oh, okay. And she's smiling. Look at this, she's smiling.
これで最後に水を流して終わりだけど、
Oh my
予定
god.
より早く終わっちゃった。
I never knew if I noticed this back years ago, but out the window, you can see the water glistening there as well. I don't think I ever noticed that. I actually don't think I ever noticed that. If I did, please correct me. It was a long time ago. But I'm starting to notice more little details here and there now. And it's
そ
cool.
うだ。今日はゆうくんに挨拶できて嬉しかったから、残りの時間でみんなに挨拶して回ろう。
Cute. And she's
ま
gonna do
ず
that.
はあまねさんとまきちゃんから。 鍵がかかってない。ちょ
Oh.
っと不用心かも。
Yeah.
おはようございます。
Oh.
このデカ土
Whoa.
空襲の際に顔を出して飛び上がるやつがあるか。カメムシより視線を低くしてさっさと防空壕に飛び込め。
Back in the car down.
それに防空壕なんてこの寮には。
What type of monologue is this?
二人とも落ち着いてください。空襲じゃありません。私です。小峰幸です。
Hey, listen, if there was carpet bombings, profits would be going through the roof. Got him.
その声は確かにマイソウルフレンドのサ
My
チ。
sort of friend.
でもなんでこんな時間に？やっぱ空襲？
今日は少し早起きしたから、みんなに朝の挨拶をして回ろうと思って。
And I bet Michiru's gonna be next, and then it's gonna be Sakaki last, who's been up all night, I bet.
何か休養があったとかそういうんじゃないの？
She's overly enthusiastic this morning.
はい、本当に挨拶しに来ただけです。
Yeah.
そう。
はい。
じゃあ一応おはよう。おはようなのよ。
Well.
はい、おはようございます。それでは今日も良い一日を。
Yeah, she's so happy. She's so happy with that.
挨拶済んだら本当に行っちゃったよあの子。
She was so happy with her greeting Yuji. She wanted to spread that
め
love.
ちゃくちゃテンション高かったけど、何があったのかな。さあ。
次はみちる様のお部屋。 あ、スカートの裾濡れちゃってる。
Wait, how? Sachi, what are you doing?
そういえばゆうくんはよくやっぱりメイド服かって言うけど、やっぱり同じ服ばかりだと飽きちゃうのかな。
She's gonna change into normal clothes.
でもなるべくメイド服を着た方がいいっていうみんなからの提案もあるし。
Yes, yes, yes. I want to see. I want to see.
そうだ。
Yes.
昨日は榊さんに相談してうまくいったし、今度はみちる様に相談してみよう。
Oh.
鍵はかかってる。
Yep. かかりましたよ。
それなら。
Oh. She lockpicked it.
おはようございますみちる様。
She is asleep. She gone.
みちる様、朝ですよ。
若ゆうじ、そ はツンデレじゃなくてアンデレよ。
Andere? What the hell was that?
例のものは？
Where the guys just fucking bitch slap Michiru in her
例
sleep.
のものは？
Oh my god, she looks so scary all of a sudden. Where are the goods? He just copying his
例
attitude,
の
I
も
bet.
のは？
サチ。
例のものは？例のものは？
The goods.
ちょっと待ってサチ。なんで私叩かれてるの？何例のものって何？
Sun diving.
すみません。みちる様に朝の挨拶をと思ったのですが、なかなか起きてくださらなかったので。
例のものは例のものは just bitch someone in their sleep.
だからって
Jesus.
叩く必要あった？
あとはみちる様が楽しそうな
Oh, she
勇気の
got-
夢を見ていたのを
Oh.
少し。
She got jealous. Oh, she got jealous.
少しって明らかにそっちが主因よね。焼き餅でしょそれ。
焼き餅。お
Jealous.
餅が食べたくなったんですか？
No.
みちる様。
No, not
あ
oyakimochi.
んたそれ絶対わざとでしょ。っていうか、私は部屋に鍵をかけて寝たはずなんだけど、どうして入ってこれてるわけ？
I'm not explaining that
開け
one.
まし
開けましたってそんないい笑顔で言われても。
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she opened it.
それ
Akimashita.
よりみちる様に相談があるんです。
Oh?
相談？サチが私に相談なんて初めてじゃない？
Oh? Is it? Yeah, it must
そう
be.
だったでしょうか？
多分ね。あんたは大抵のことなら何でもこなせちゃうから。
Yeah, the roles have been reversed.
まあいいわ。可愛い後輩の頼みなら断るわけにもいかないし。着替えるからちょっと待ってなさい。
Eh?
はい、着替えならこちらにご用意させていただきました。
Oh, damn.
さすがサチ。
Yeah, she's quick.
ではみちる様が身支度を整えられている間に私は榊さんを起こしに行ってきますね。
Oh god, now I'm pretty sure it's clearly obvious in all these routes that Sakaki really does like Yuji. Probably because she couldn't get in with the box cutter from the beginning. I almost keep forgetting about that. But I just remember and it still makes me laugh a little bit.
起こしに行くって由美子の場合これから寝るんじゃないの？
Huh? You telling me she was right.
そろそろ寝ようかしら。ドアノブが何？もしかして泥棒なの？こんな学園の寮に？でも
Uh-oh.
鍵はかけてあるからそう簡単に入ってこれないはず。
Yeah, sorry Yumiko. I'm opening. She's
諦め
opening.
てくれたのかしら。
Nope. She got it. Good morning.
さあサチ、
Oh.
準備は整ったし早速始めようじゃないの。
Oh, why couldn't we see
一
it?
回ツンデレ会議を。
No, why couldn't we see it? I wanted to see what
みちる
happened.
様、私は別にツンデレについて相談したいわけではありませんよ。
Yeah.
そうなの？
Hmm.
私に相談って言ったらツンデレに関してじゃない？常識的に。
いいえ、
Oh, sorry.
私
Damn
が
it.
相談
Just
したい
stick
のはおしゃれに関してなんです。
おしゃれっていうと
Hmm.
服装とか髪型のこと？
Yeah.
その中でも服装に関してのことですね。
There we go.
それを私にね。
But I'm confused why you're in the classroom. Is it so no one else can hear?
おしゃれのことはおしゃれ発信基地の異名を持つみちる様に相談すべきだと思いまして。
Actually, that would make the most sense. But why aren't you wearing a school uniform if that's the case?
おしゃれ発信基地。いい。
Wait.
すごくいい響きだわ。
Trailblazer and trendsetter. Jesus.
この小峰幸、
That's
み
scary.
ちる様の前衛的なファッションには以前から一目置かせていただいていました。
Whoa. 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 Sachi, don't give her too much
ふふ
to compliment on.
この私が一番信頼を置いているサチね。
I think the reverse.
あまねなんかに相談していたら裸なのか服着てるのかわかんない格好をさせられてたわよ。
Actually, she could be correct on that one.
正直、あまねさんのような格好をするには胸が足りない。
Yeah. That's another
違うわよ
bit.
サチ。私たちは貧乳なんじゃなくて、ただ第二次成長が遅れてるの。
Sure.
私も
Oh, for God's sake,
貧
sorry.
乳とまでは言っていないのですが、
違うわよサチ。私たちは貧乳なんじゃなくて、ただ第二次成長が遅れてるの。
ちょっと、just a bit. Got it.
平気。牛乳いっぱい飲めば胸は大きくなるんだから。
みちる様、ここで悲しいお知らせなのですが、牛乳を飲むと胸が大きくなるという説に科学的根拠は全くないそうです。
It's only a rumor.
じゃあなんでそんなデマが。
That's actually a good question. Where did it come from?
まさか情報操作。胸の小さな女の子で低迷している牛乳の消費量を上げようという国家的策略なのね。
I don't know about the Illuminati, but okay.
違います。
Oh.
え、
Oh, have you got
それ
one?
よりみちる様、わざわざ教室に場所を移したのはまきちゃん対策でしょうか。
Yep.
その通りよ。寮じゃ落ち着いて話なんかできないから。
Do you know what? She's right.
榊さんも同じようなことを言っていたのですが、皆さんまきちゃんのことを警戒しますよね。
Well, for many reasons I can imagine.
だってマキナよ。
Yo, yeah,
そう
definitely.
言われると納得してしまうからすごいですね、まきちゃんは。
Yeah, just be Machina.
昔からバカと天才は紙一重って言うからね。
Yeah, they do say that, and I believe that as well.
で、話が獣道にそれちゃったけど、
Oh, yeah,
服装に
definitely.
関する相談ってどんなこと？
実はこのメイド服に関することなのですが、
Oh?
ああ、そうだ。メイド服で思い出したけど、どうしてサチって掃除とかしてない時もメイド服なの？
Yeah.
それはみちる様たちがなるべくメイド服を着た方がいいとおっしゃったからです。
Oh, did they?
え？それだけ？
はい。
That's the only reason she wears it.
じゃあ、メイド服が自分に似合うからとか、メイド服を着てないと大きな猿に変身しちゃうとか、そういうこともないの？
No.
メイド服は
Giant
動
monkey,
きや
hold
す
on a
い
minute.
の
Dragon
が気
Ball?
に入っていますが、やむにやまれぬ事情があるというわけではありません。
Oh. Hey.
あんたって子はどんだけ人がいいのよ。あんなのただの提案なんだから、
Yeah, it's
無理
not
して
a
守
law.
る必要ないのに。
Yeah, exactly.
そうだったんですか？
マキナやアマネだって気が向いたらってくらいのニュアンスで言ってたはずよ。
Yeah. Just like Yuji said to you. Oh.
それにサチだって女の子なんだから着てみたい服だってたくさんあるでしょう。
Yeah.
いえ、今までは特にそういうこともなかったのですが。
But you're a tomboy.
じ
Come
ゃあ
on.
今は違うのね。
はい。最近ゆうくんがやっぱりメイド服か
Persistent
と口にす
allegiance.
るのが気に
What
な
a
っ
word.
て。
That is such a good little use of wordage
や
there.
は
I
り
love
私
it.
もメイド服以外の服を着るようにした方がいいのかと悩んでいまして。
Yes.
なるほどね。
それとも私がそんなことを考えるのはおかしなことでしょうか？
It's not,
そんなわ
it's not
けないで
strange.
しょ。
Yeah.
女の子ならもっとおしゃれしたいって思うのが当然じゃない。
Yeah.
おしゃれしたいと思うのは当然。
Yes. Yes.
まあユージくらいの僕年人になるとずっとメイド服着てても明らかな文句は言わないでしょうけど、
Yeah, he probably wouldn't.
あいつだって可愛い服を着てるサチを見て嬉しくないはずがないもの。
Yeah.
では
Definitely.
もし私がゆうくんから買っていただいた服を着たらゆうくんは喜んでくれるでしょうか？
Oh, there we go.
何そんなのがあるの？
Yep, that's right.
はい。この前デートした時に買っていただいたのですが、なんだかもったいない気がして着
So
る
we're
機
gonna see
会
him.
がなく。
Oh, please.
それを早く言いなさいよ。プレゼントされた服があるなら
Yeah,
さ
of
っさと着
course.
ちゃわないと損じゃない。
そういうものなのでしょうか？
Oh,
いい
yes.
サチ、 いくらクローゼットの中で大事にしてたってユージには伝わらないのよ。
Of course he wouldn't say anything.
さすがみちる様です。私久しぶりに目から鱗が落ちました。
別に私がすごいわけじゃなくて、サチがちょっと真面目すぎるのよ。
I'm a bit surprised though now that I think about it. Sakaki was up until like 5 in the morning, just on her computer doing something.
そうでしょうか。
I'm actually curious on what she does now.
まあ何にせよ、今日私に相談してくれてよかったわよ。
Yeah, and it was half decent advice, surprisingly.
この私がサチにとっておきのコーディネートを考えてあげられるんだから。
Nah, now she's lost it.
はい、よろしくお願いします、みちる様。
3 minutes left. I'm waiting for Sachi just outside the gate, where we'd arranged to meet up earlier this morning. Sounded like Michiru was in her room a few minutes ago, but I doubt Sachi had let that hold her up. Oh, definitely not. That said, we've got to get going pretty soon or we won't be able to catch the bus. I mutter to myself and glance at my watch, but in the next instant there's a trotting sound of footsteps approaching from the direction of the dorm. Precisely on time as
す
always.
みません。少し着替えに時間を取ってしまいました。
Please. Please let it be cute as hell. Please. I am not disappointed. I am not disappointed. With the tomboy thing that was going on before, this is perfect. Perfect! The colour scheme is... Yes, I'm happy with that. I turn around and find myself face to face with an unknown individual.
どうかしましたか？
Who are you supposed to be?
今の質問が謎かけでないのなら、私はあなたの彼女の小峰幸ですと答えます。
Yeah, true. You did an impressive job reproducing her face, but there's a fundamental flaw in your little disguise. The Sachi I know always wears a maid uniform.
それは昨日までの小峰幸です。
Until today. Say what? Alright, don't jump to conclusions. Let's just say she isn't lying. Is there any other way to explain this? No, there isn't. Did someone spike my teeth? No.
私がこういう服を着ているのはそこまで意外なことなのでしょうか。
I think it was the fact that it was so fast. Downright shocking. Almost as bad as that one time where everyone else at the table started pouring sugar onto their natto instead of salt. I hate natto, so that's, yeah. Sweet natto as well. Oh god, that would be terrifying.
それは確かに驚きます。納豆に混ぜるのはマヨネーズが基本のはずですから。
I thought so. Considering her demeanor and willingness to roll with the conversation, it seems this really must be the genuine Sachi.
でもお父さんはマヨネーズと一緒にお醤油もかけるし。
What? I don't know how to do about that one. But seriously, I don't think I've ever had a simple change of clothes completely transform my impression of someone like this before. No, she's adorable. She's adorable. In her school uniform, she comes off as a well-bred class rep type, and in her other uniform, she's the very picture of a maid. But the Sachi before my eyes is the girl I knew when I was young. Yes, that's why I think this is perfect. This feels like past Sachi is now grown up. That's what this feels like, and I love it. It's like I'm staring at a vivid memory from the days when she'd pull me around the playground.
それで私が小峰幸だということは分かっていただけたでしょうか？
Give her the head pat. Do it. Yeah, I am. But why'd you suddenly take off your the maid uniform?
それはゆうくんがやっぱりメイド服かと口にすることが多かったからです。
Yeah, just said what I was thinking.
なのでメイド服以外の格好、ゆうくんに買っていただいた服を着ている私も見ていただこうと思ったんです。
I see. Most likely this nicely coordinated outfit has something to do with Michiru's visit to Sachi's room just now. Damn, very perceptive. Not even a day after she got 6 advice from Sakaki. Come to think of it, wouldn't have guessed it at first, but it seems the school is packed full of helpful types.
それに、ゆうくんは
Why does Sakaki
そ
know
の
so
服は
much
お
as
前
well?
が着たいと思った時に着てくれればいいと言ってくれました。 私が可愛い服を着たいと思う時、それがゆうくんと海でデートができる今日だったんです。
That's right. Dots. For the first time since I entered Mihamir Academy, Sachi's wearing something other than a uniform. And her motivation is the simple desire to show me how she looks in other clothes. I should probably be celebrating her taking such clear action on her own initiative. Yes! But to be perfectly honest, I'm happy to know that she wanted to look nice for my bed. Yeah, that's the bonus right there. I see. Thanks, Sachi.
いえ、私の方こそこんなに可愛い服が着れて嬉しいですから。
She's going to be wearing jeans as well, isn't she? Or is she going to be wearing like a brown skirt or a black skirt even? I must Sachi's hair around with my hand, and her face goes slightly pink. Yes, yes, they're headpads. They're pretty sporty clothes, more or less the exact opposite of the maid uniform. But it actually works for you. You look good.
それは本当でしょうか?
Oh, hello. As soon as I expressed my thoughts to Sachi closes the distance between us in the blink of an eye, a serious expression on her face. Yeah. It sounded a little overblown, but the clothes look so natural in her that I'd almost believe she's been dressing like this all along. Yeah, I actually have that feeling as well. It's so odd. Of course, that's probably because I've still got a vivid mental image of the way she was as a kid. Yes, that's literally what I imagined when I saw her like this. It just feels perfect. I mean, you know, I'm not much good at flattery, right? And also, I don't mind myself a bit of tomboy girl, so this is a bonus in my books.
そうですね。ゆうくんのお世辞は皮肉になってしまう場合が多いですから。
Yeah, well, that's how it is.
でも、ゆうくんに似合っていると言われるのは嬉しいです。
Even as she speaks, there's an irresponsible, energetic grin on her face. It's not like her, in a good way. It's like I've caught a glimpse of the real Sachi, the person hidden behind her iron wall of self-denial. Perfectly fine with me if that's enough to make you happy, but the date hasn't even started yet.
はい、どんなデートになるのか今からとても楽しみです。
And we're at... And it's the good song. I like our group trip before summer break. Today we got a cross-town bus for a shaky ride to the sea. When we arrive, Sachi trots out onto the beach, a few strides ahead of me. Watching as she crouches down to play with the waves while softly singing her favourite song, I conclude that her good humour hasn't been dampened by the journey. Sounds like you're in a good mood, Sachi.
はい。
Yeah.
これからゆうくんがサメさんと血みどろの死闘を繰り広げるかと思うと自然と胸が高鳴ってしまいます。
Adorable, I tell you. Sorry to disappoint, but that's not going to happen, ever.
ということはサメさんと敵対するのではなく種族間の垣根を越えた友達になる道を選ぶというわけですね。
Hey, listen. I don't know if any of you guys know, but there's an anime called Interspecies Reviewers. So, and I think it's got second season confirmed as well, which is awesome if it is true.
さすがゆうくんです。
Love and peace. I'm not going to comment on your reasoning there, but if a shark shows up anywhere near the swimming area, they'd obviously keep everyone out of the water. Yeah, obviously.
そうでした。
Yeah, they put up warning signs and everything. That's really not something you should look disappointed about. Yeah, normally. But anyway, Sachi's clearly much more fired up about this date. Fired up, sorry. Yeah, I really am becoming dyslexic, holy god. Fired up about this date than she was on the group trip. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm messing up. Group trip. I can't exactly criticise her for being happy, even if her enthusiasm does tend to take slightly bizarre forms. Well, we're at the beach. So far so good. What do you want to do first?
ゆうくんが望まれるなら私はどんな遊びでも構いません。
No, you first. Even though it seems she doesn't have any specific requests for me. Okay, let me ask you something. That trip before the break wasn't your first time at the beach, was it?
はい、まだ小さかった頃、お父さんとお母さんに何度か連れて行ってもらったことがありますから。
We're getting more. So what sort of things did you do back then?
そうですね。浮き輪に乗って水かけっこをしたり、お母さんと砂遊びをしていたと思います。
Oh. Alright. A water fight sounds like a decent place to start. Yes!
私はそれで全然問題ないのですが、ゆうくんの方こそ水かけっこで構わないんですか？
Yeah, it's fine. Sad to say, I'm pretty unfamiliar with this sort of thing. Oh, damn. Oof. Since neither of us have any proposals of our own, following your parents' example sounds like a decent idea. You're always saying how much you love them after all. Oh, adorable. So unless you have some objection to the plan, I guess we should get changed into our swimsuits. What do you say, Sachi? What's the swimsuit going to look like? I'm curious. Is it the same as the one before? It is. Mizuki version? What? Are you a sex doll? I settled down to wait after stripping to my swimming trunks, but it's not even 10 minutes before Sachi returns from the changing room. That was pretty fast. Change of clothes by female standards. By female standards, yes, that's fast. Wow. I really think that warrants some heat pain. Yes, I was going to say, that probably shouldn't. That's fine, that's fine. Well, now I've completely lost the will to lecture her. I guess I'm a typical male in some respects. Hey, listen. Some of us sometimes become weak-willed when it comes to partners. It's just the way it is. But don't lose all of it. That's when you lose. No need to worry about that. Novelty is always nice, but I don't want you splashing around the water in maid clothes or anything. Amphibious maid. An amphibious maid. Oh my god. I just remembered one. I remembered there is actually an anime where I've seen an amphibious... I guess it's not quite a maid, but the closest thing you can get to it. The anime was actually... Seto no Hanayome. I'm pretty sure there was something close to that in that anime, and it is a hilarious anime. I need to go back and watch all of it because it was hilarious. I watched it like 5 years ago now, 6 years ago maybe. I loved it. How did I know? Also, as a risk aversion measure, I like to avoid playing in densely occupied areas. That alright with you? Yeah. Oh, yeah, no different from scuba diving or whatever. First priority is make sure your buddy's safe. Buddy? Eyeball. I think you misunderstood slightly, but whatever. Yeah, it's just slightly. Unless you have an objection, how about we get going? No, Sachi, stop. Think of the children. Actually, no, that's not quite. Hello. Sachi's little flight of delusion comes to an abrupt halt as we make our way past the beach house. She freezes on the spot, staring fixedly at the nearby stool. Oh, what's there? Something wrong? There we go. She wants the shark float. So they are. Okay, let's go. I know, we're going there. Come on, come along. Duds. You could just say you want one. Yeah, muttering in mild exasperation, I hand over a few bills to the white-haired old man behind the counter. They're not cats. They're not cats. This strikes me as a slightly self-serving account of events. Yeah. Oh, you've got to choose one. Don't seem very interested in the Sachi orca though. Yeah. I see. I mean, that's a very specific thing to have a problem with. The girls seem to have a very unique method of classifying sea life, yeah. How dare you, Jay? Oh, the whale shark. Sure about that? She chose her own one as well. Sounds like a plan. So much for a while. Oh my goodness. This is so wholesome, but damn, this CG is awesome. Oh my goodness me. I like it. I like this CG. It's nice. As we wade out from the shallows, Sachi slides herself on top of the shark float and calls out in a happy tone of voice. So you are. Looks fun. Huh? I wanted a water fight. No, I think you've just gotten yourself worked up to a fever pitch. Oh yeah, definitely.
このサメさんにまたがってから、なんだか胸の高鳴りが止まりません。
That can sound like something else entirely, and yes, that text is literally as it was in
例え
Japanese.
るなら、こう三国志の豪傑呂布が関戸場にまたがった時のような力強さが。
Oh. Nah. I've been wondering this for a while now, but why do you love sharks so much? Yeah.
それを語り出すと2時間ほどかかってしまうのですが、よろしいですか
2 hours? Do me a favor and squeeze it down to 3 minutes.
わかりました。では簡潔に説明させていただきますが、私がお父さんとお母さんから初めて買ってもらったプレゼントがサメさんのぬいぐるみだったんです。
It was that simple. You wanted 2 hours to explain that?
本来ならそこから私がどのような形でサメさんへの愛着を深めていったかのお話を。
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'll take a pass on that. But rest assured, I'm now fully convinced that you're a shark fanatic without peer. Yeah,
あり
easily.
がとうございます。
Easily. And it was from your parents buying you a plush. It's cute. Should you really be thanking me for that one? Yeah, it was good. Should you really? Well, we're fated to part with Mr. Shark here in only 3 short hours. Better enjoy it to the fullest while you can.
はい。
Yes.
サメさんとのコンビネーションを駆使してユウくんに水をかけまくります。
Oh, damn. It's the battlefield's evolved, gentlemen. We gotta prepare ourselves. Very well. You better come at me with the determination of a marine storming Vietnam's fearsome iron
望
triangle.
むところです。
God damn. Oh. Oh, I overpowered her.
ユウくんは強すぎます。
Her stamina completely exhausted, Sachi trudges along at my side, moaning reproachfully. The limp, deflated shark float under her arm equivalently tells the tale of a fierce and tragic battle. You lost because you stayed in that shark until the bitter end. It severely limited your mobility.
一
Oh,
方、
damn.
ユウくんは長い間水中に身を潜めてからのゲリラ攻撃でしたから、出現予測も難しく。
Yeah, a simple application of the underground tunnel strategy the VC adopted in reaction to the American reliance on Agent Orange and aerial bombing.
おかげで、ユウくんの体力は底なしだということを思い知らされました。
Oh. We're on the beach again. Muttering to herself in a disappointed tone, Sachi drops limply to the sand and draws a few long, ragged breaths. After that lengthy struggle, I guess it's only natural she'd be a little tired. That said, you've got nothing to be depressed about. You did pretty damn good to hang with me as long as you did.
あ
Damn.
りがとうございます。
Yeah, I'm like a soldier, baby. And you lasted pretty damn well. You done well. Feel like taking a short break? We could put playing with sand on hold for a while.
私なら大丈夫です。まだやれます。
No, that's fine. What? Now she has a bloody boxer trying to convince the referee for another round. Don't take me out, coach. I can still race. So you say, well, I just saw you more or less collapse onto the ground.
それでも平気です。あれは水かけ用の体力で、砂遊び用の体力はちゃんと温存してあります。
This isn't a second stomach. Sure, fine. Let's leave it at that. Alright, since you're that determined, let's move on to the sandcastles.
はい。前回来た時に見つけた絶好のサンドアートスポットがありますので、
Okay.
誰かに取られてしまわないうちに確保しましょう。
Okay. I mean, we used to make these things as a kid, didn't we? And I just knocked it. Oh, I'm not going to say what that was. Oh, God. Is that really going to be an issue? Sachi pushes herself off the beach and strides off with newfound determination. Mumbling a few dubious words to myself, I follow in her wake.
それじゃあまたね、お姉ちゃん。
Oh. We did the sandcastle with the kids. Oh, hold on a minute. Something's moving. I swear something's moving. Anna, oh, for fuck's sake. Knocking over everything. I'm trying to see what's Oh, that's cool. I noticed it. It's the ocean at the right. And I think the clouds as well are moving. Look at the ocean on the right. That is stunning. Remember, this was made in 2011 originally. So that is impressive to see how well that looks. How good it looks.
バイバイ。
目つきの悪い兄ちゃんもまたな。
Oh, thanks. Right. After changing back into our street clothes, we say goodbye and watch children scamper up the orange-dyed beach. To our side tower is a structure that's less a child's sandcastle, or more genuine castle of sand. Apparently Sachi missed her chance to build some castle or another the last time we were here, so the two of us began reconstructing it, but Sachi's silent, diligent labours, reminiscent of a well-trained recruit digging some massive ditch, quickly attracted a bustling crowd of curious children. Yeah, it would do that actually. In the end, we integrated them into a large-scale operation. You're popular with the kids everywhere you go, aren't you?
私にその自覚はないのですが、マキちゃんは話しかけやすいオーラが出てると言っていました。
I think that's because you're so welcoming and so open. An aura of approachability, huh? Come to think of it, I felt something like that when I met her as a child.
でも、あの子たちが手伝ってくれたおかげで、とても立派なお城が作れました。
Yeah. Sachi gently runs a finger around one parapet of her masterpiece. Her expression is filled with the satisfaction of an artist who's fulfilled their goal, but also tinged with a definite hint of fatigue. Looks like you used a lot of energy, though.
いえ、ベイちゃんも時間いっぱいまで私のことを見守ってくれていましたし、まだまだ。
Who's Ali? Who's Ali? I'm going to guess that Ali-chan. Oh, it's the whale. Oh! I get it. It's a part of whale. It's part of the name that's built up of whale. It's her whale shark. Not sure when it got a name though. Neither do I.
見てください、ユウくん。海がとても綺麗です。
Oh, it looks stunning. Believe me, I can tell. Yeah. What with the setting sun and all?
前に来た時も思いましたが、やっぱりこういう景色は素敵ですね。
Oh yeah. That's one thing I always loved about the beaches. Because the one thing I hate about the beaches myself is literally the fact that it's just sand in general feels wrong, and I don't know how people can stand walking barefoot in it. But the scenery at the ocean view is always stunning. Smiling fondly, Sachi stares off into the vividly coloured horizon. Yo-yoing. Watching her face from the side, it's almost enough to make me forget about the burdens she's carrying. Yeah, you wouldn't even think it. Hey Sachi, you have fun today?
はい。今日は私の人生の中で一番楽しかった日と言ってしまってもいいかもしれません。
Wholesome! You enjoyed it that much?
はい。サメさんの浮き輪に乗って水かけっこをして、砂遊びでお城を作って、まるで小さい頃にユウくんと公園で遊んでいた時のような楽しさを感じてしまいました。
Yeah, and she did say she did fall in love with Yuji, so that familiarity coming back must have really made her happy. Sachi expresses her feelings in unusual detail, gesticulating enthusiastically. What big word day today, guys. Her happiness is so obvious that I'm forced to give myself a mental pat on the back for inviting her. Yes. In fact, I'm patting you on the back even though you're not real, Yuji. I see. That's definitely good to hear.
そういうユウくんは楽しかったですか?
Ooh. I mean, I'd hope he did. Hadn't quite expected this question. For a moment, I'm at a loss for a response.
楽しくなかったですか?
No, I did enjoy myself. Wasn't half bad messed around like a kid again.
それなら良かったです.
I think it really did catch him off guard if he reacted like that. But why'd you ask?
それは周りの反応ばかりを気にして自分の気持ちなんて考えていないようなところが昔のユウくんの
Whoa! Sachi coming out with the freaking analysis bomb. Dots. So that's how Sachi saw me as a kid. Maybe I did back then, but people do change. You used to be a tomboy who would pull people around the playground, remember?
そうですね。あの頃の私は本当に悪い子でしたから。
What? You really think so?
はい。
Whoa. As I suspected, Sachi's still plagued by regret. Yep, I'm more convinced than ever that she consciously blames herself for what happened. Yeah, just by that one bit. Her voice is growing thick with grief, as if she's barely suppressing the desire to shower bitter apologies. Alright, guess that's enough reminiscing for one day. Let's get going before the buses stop running. Yes. Oh, but when I cut off the conversation, Sachi jerks her head up to stare into my eyes. Something wrong? Huh? That was a weird reaction. Okay then. She wanted a kiss, didn't she? Her reaction just now clearly suggested she had something to say, but I'm not going to drag it out of her. After a moment's pause, I begin to walk up the beach toward the nearby bus stop. What's up? Oh! Oh my god, this is adorable. Oh, Sachi is literally making... She's becoming one of the top girls I've ever encountered in anything. I'm not even kidding you. Right now, she is one of the top girls that I've encountered in anything, and nobody can change my opinion on it. Oh my goodness. Sachi, go. In that instant, I feel something pulling on me from behind. She'd done it of her own accord as well. When I turned back, Sachi's reached out with one hand to grab my sleeve. Sachi? I call her name, but there's no immediate response. You have something you want to say? She doesn't want to go home yet. She wants to spend more time with Yuji. That's adorable. Ah, I've said adorable too many times. Cute. Yeah. In response to my decisive let's get going, she offers outright resistance. Yeah, that's the first time she's fully refuted something like that. There's no real logic behind her objection. Let me just say, this CG is stunning. It's a selfish, emotional demand, nothing more. To hear such words coming from Sachi's mouth is so surprising that I find myself entirely lost for an answer. I know, right? Wow. And even as the silence stretches on, her hand maintains its timid but steady grip on the sleeve of my shirt. Sachi. Her face is downcast, her eyes avoiding mine. I can't make out her expression, but I can tell that her cheeks have grown red. She is embarrassed. She is blushing. Normally speaking, this would be nothing but a cute moment of selfishness. The sort of things girlfriends are generally entitled to, but in this case, it represents a serious violation of Sachi's internal rules. I know, right? I understand what you're saying. So could you let go of me for a second? Let me go for a second. It's alright. It's alright. My words finally snap Sachi out of this little reverie, and she jerks her hand back as if bitten by a snake. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, my heart is like, oh my god. No. No, 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 no. No, don't make it go back. No. Sachi vows in flustered apology, her voice tinged with regret. Judging from her reaction, it's obvious that her behaviour right now is just a pure spur-of-the-moment reflex. She clearly hadn't seen it coming any more than I had. Yep. Okay, I understand that was a slip on your part, but I can't promise you I'll forget it. No, I'm not forgetting it anytime soon. Tell me something. If you knew it was a bad thing to do, why'd you grab my clothes in the first place? Yeah. Yeah. Even so, there's no way you would have said anything like that before. Definitely. I hope this doesn't make her revert. So why now? Why do you think you said that, Sachi? So you haven't quite realised it yet, huh? Not consciously, at least. You have your own will. Okay, Sachi, I want to have a serious conversation. Is he going to tell her everything now? Yeah. If Sachi's ever going to regain what she needs to be whole again, this is where things had to start. This is my chance. Silently steeling myself, I stared directly into Sachi's eyes. Whoa. Do you remember what I told you on the rooftop? Yes. Yeah, I told you I was going to help you be yourself, right? What you just said then was you, yourself. he wants you to be more of that. Like, he wants you to have a bit of selfishness. He wants you to have that desire of... He wants you to have that natural desire, that natural curiosity. He wants you to thrive. Just like he knew you as a kid. Sachi closes her eyes to recall the scene in question. In other words, Sachi, I was saying that right now, you're not yourself. Yeah, that's right. Blaming yourself entirely for events from your past, focused on being a more perfect good girl than anyone else. Never asking for anything, keeping a tight lid on your own thoughts, obeying every order you receive like some kind of robot. That's the person you are today. Damn! Just kill shot. I know. Of course. I know about the accident on your birthday, and I know how you've lived since then. I'm sorry. That said, I'm not going to tell you the path you chose was wrong. No, I'm not going to tell you that. Why do you look so surprised? No! No, 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 no! 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 No, not that at all! Well, from a normal perspective, maybe it would be. But unfortunately, I'm pretty warped myself. I don't want to judge you. I just want you to realise something. Yeah. Yes. In other words, you had to find the answer on your own. Yes. Yep. Why do you make that selfish request just now? Yeah. What do I want you to realise? And finally, how should you live from now on? This is a formal request, and I know full well you can't turn it down. Oh, wow. You're a good girl who does what she's told, right? In other words, you're not going to refuse. Oh, using her own law against her! Oh! Yuji, go on! That said, I don't care how long it takes for you to figure it out. It shouldn't be an unreasonable demand since there's no deadline. Yeah. So, do you accept? Please. I got the fuzzies in my chest now. I'm happy. Thanks. It's a familiar exchange. Since I entered Mihammer Academy, I've heard it dozens of times. Faced with a request for help, Sachi nods her head and answers with the words, "Hai, wakarimashita." The gears shift in her head, and a new task assumes top priority. Securing the knowledge that my order has taken effect, I once more begin to walk up the beach. Yes. On the bus back to Mishima Cape. Yeah, I said that right. We sit side by side in silence, gazing out the windows the whole way. It's a slightly unfortunate way to finish the beach date Sachi had been so enthusiastic about, but in exchange, we'd taken a crucial step forward. Oh yes. Oh yes, we have. For the first time, the pathological good girl was outright selfish. In return, I offered her the three cryptic questions. And what's more, she learned that I'm familiar with her past. All of these events undoubtedly caught Sachi by surprise. Her head likely packed full of questions, her mood unsettled and anxious. She's confronting a change in herself that she can't understand and struggling to decipher the meaning of the problem I've set for her. And in these matters, there's no mathematical formula to apply in order to get a correct solution. No simple cause and effect like pulling a trigger to kill a human being. For that very reason, Sachi has to find the answer herself. Oh. To realise what she's overlooking. That's her only chance to regain something like normality. What was that drip? Oh. Oh. I'm going to end it here. That's the perfect way to end this episode. I am satisfied. I am completely satisfied, guys. I've already recorded three videos of Grisaia today, and I am satisfied for a little while. Like, you guys have no idea how much I'm grinning like an idiot right now. You have no idea. Sachi is actually now one of my favourite girls in anything of all time so far. From what I've just experienced the past few episodes. And I'm not exaggerating. I mean that fully and honestly. And I sadly will also have to say now, I fully and honestly will have to end this video, unfortunately. But it's not with doubt in our minds, it's with satisfaction on our minds. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want any more from me. And I shall see you in the next video. So, guys, I will most certainly see you next time. Oh, I'm sorry.